Welcome back to another episode of What the Fuck Are the Planets Doing Today? I'm your host, Brooke, and before we dive into the chart, I just want to say for those of you that missed my daily yesterday on TikTok, I'm sorry, they wouldn't release it. Mercury opposed Saturn. I'm not going to let you speak today. Literally. Anyway, we're getting ready to have the sun in that opposition with Saturn. So we're going to feel that opposition right before we have the solar eclipse on the 21st, okay? And I will be holding my eclipse healing circle on the 21st. You can find the link to join on my website, 12thhousequeenbee.com. Under the events tab, we'd love to have you join us. So, good news. Mercury will ingress into Libra at 6:06 a.m. and we'll start finishing with that opposition with Saturn. So that's going to feel a lot better, okay? However, Mercury is going to be in an exact opposition with Neptune. So, our thoughts could kind of be extremely unconventional. They could be sporadic. They could, you can have a little bit of challenges in communication. Like, to me, Neptune and Aries is almost like an identity crisis. Like, I'm not able to see who I am. And then you've got Mercury, our thoughts, opposing that. So there could be a lot that's brought up to the surface. Once we get through that opposition, you're going to see that it's going to be a little bit easier to have conversations. Conversation is going to be a little bit more balanced, a little bit more grounded. Mercury in Libra, because Mercury in Libra wants to create peace, harmony, the communication flow very easy. You can bite your tongue just to keep the peace. So be mindful of that. It's okay to speak how you feel. It's okay to have conversations about challenging topics. However, it's not okay if you're not able to control your anger, okay? And that's where that Mercury opposing Neptune at 0 degrees could come into play, all right? We're now going to have the sun at 25 degrees and moving into that opposition. That's going to happen on Saturday with Saturn. So we could truly feel that on a collective scale because Pisces is going to be everybody. Mars is now at 27 degrees, almost out of that opposition with Chiron, which is a good thing. Venus now at 28 degrees, almost out of that trine with Chiron too. So we're going to feel that energy easing up. This Mars opposed Chiron, it can feel like, it can almost feel like I'm afraid to speak up because it's going to hurt me, because Aries rules the self. Mars is how we take action. It's also in Libra, like being able to balance the conversations, what we're doing, where we're going, making sure everybody's okay. And Aries is the self. So it can almost feel like, I'm too afraid. I'm not able to really, especially with this right here, with Mercury opposing Saturn, I'm not able to speak. I'm not able to get my point across. And now opposing Neptune, there could be a little bit of controversy in the air. That part's going to ease up. But after the solar eclipse, we're going to be moving into this Mars. And Mars is going to follow Lilith. Lilith is now at 7 degrees of Scorpio. And it's going to be in that square with Pluto. Now, I did upload a small prediction that I did based on history, Pluto, Mars. That's all I really dove into, all I really looked at. If you've not had a chance to check it out, you can do so here on TikTok or the YT. Now, we're going to have the moon at 16 degrees of Leo and working into that trine with Chiron. So, Jupiter is at 20 degrees, still in a trine with the north node, sextile the south node. So, Jupiter's been close to those points that we had Saturn and Mars retrograde, because Saturn was in Pisces, Mars was in Cancer last year. And there was a lot of things happening on the water. When Mars moves into 0 degrees Scorpio, we could see some things happen. I mean, a big thing last year was the internet cables. I'm hoping we don't see more of that. This opposition with Mercury at that 0 degree point, even leading up to this solar eclipse. The very next day, Mars is going to ingress into 0 degrees Scorpio. It really could things could happen, okay? Just be prepared. Mind your emotions. Listen to your gut, specifically when new things come in. Listen to your gut. It's okay to speak up. You don't have to be a pushover. I'm feeling that, okay? You can speak up. You don't have to be a pushover. It's okay to speak and voice your opinions. Give me one card for the energy for today, please. And I am going to dive more into this Mars and Pluto square for my Virgo solar eclipse update. So be on the lookout. I'll only put those on the YT. So I get the Queen of Wands. Very fitting with Venus at 28 degrees, the moon in Leo. And she's looking at the 10 of Pentacles. So have you truly taken advantage of this Virgo energy, kept your head down, kept your eyes focused on the things that you're building, the things that you're creating, your schedule, your routine, your habits? Have you truly been laying a solid foundation down for that in order to build the life that you want? Because she's looking right at it, okay? Then right underneath that, I've got the Sun card with the Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune. So if you're taking advantage of this Virgo energy and you're seeing what works and what doesn't work, I have been working crazy hours. However, I'm getting a lot of things accomplished because I'm really utilizing that Virgo energy, getting a schedule, sticking to the schedule, making a list, planning ahead. And Virgo is great for that. And having, Mercury in Virgo, truly setting up the foundation for the things that you're trying to build. That's why I sat down and made a schedule for my card readings, and I'm doing different ones each day. So I'm not A, doing the same thing because I get tired of repetition, okay? And B, it gives a little bit of variety, but then I got my schedule. It takes the guesswork out of all of it. So I do want to remind you this weekend, and I'll remind you again, start tidying up your space. We're wrapping up this full moon cycle. So clean, dust, purge, go through closets, clean under your bed, get the cobwebs out, all the things, okay? So when you're ready for the new moon energy, you've already released the old physically, symbolically. Then follow up with some copal, Palo Santos. Get your space feeling really good. Make a simmer pot. And if you guys want, I can make a video on what I do and share it with you guys. Let me know. Drop a comment below. But anyway, I love you all. Happy Jupiter's Day. And I will see you tomorrow for another update. Bye.